And Control C. Boom. 60,000. Are you kidding me? Welcome back, my fellow duplicates. Today we are playing a little bit of Shapes.io. My plan here is to get all the way through tier 6 upgrade. To do that, I'm going to need to make this shape right here a bajillion times. So if you thought the last machine was big, well, you haven't seen anything yet. Before we get started today, I just want to say a big thanks to the devs for sponsoring this video. This game is available on Steam. There's also a free limited version available online. Keys acquired at itch.io can be converted for Steam. You can find the game via the link in the description below. Alright, so I've got all of my upgrades going. We're building up the last little bit I need here for the mixing and painting, and next up is the final upgrade tier. Tier 6, maximum speed, 15x. Let's see if we can do it. I need to build up a machine that is going to make this shape right here. So that's going to be a couple of white, and then a square in the top right that has no color, and then in the bottom left, stacked on top of that, is going to be a very small no color square. So really all I need is squares and circles, which is going to be very, very easy to find because they are the most basic shapes in the game. Matter of fact, I even have a spot for it right here. This is where I'm going to mine it up. So we can put that in just like so. Boom, there we go. Now we've got 2 lines. And there we have our little circles. Easy. So now to make a blueprint that's going to make this shape right here. Okay, so in order to make this shape right here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull from inspiration from my Make Everything machine over here, except for it's going to be a little bit smaller. I don't think I need something quite this complicated because the shape itself is actually not that complicated. But you get the idea. We're going to bring in whole circles right here, and then we're going to split them and rotate them to the arrangement that I actually need, where I can then take them and stack them together. So I can go ahead and copy out little mini blueprints here. So that's going to be this guy right there. Copy. And then I gotta figure out where I'm actually going to build this. Oh, you know what? Right down here seems like a good spot. So we'll set that up. Boom. Alrighty, so there we go. Look at that. We're splitting all of those little circles and lining up just so. Now we just need to rotate it on the way out. So now I've got the 2 sides that I need. Perfect. Alright, so once I've rotated everything to the way it needs to be, what I'm going to do here is now run it through a stacker so that I can go ahead and make the shapes that I need. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this line right here, which is already making the shape that I need. Hit Control C, grab it, and run right on down here. And there we go. Now it's coming out of the stacker. Perfect, just as we wanted it. So now I need to go ahead and stack it one more time. But this time I need to add just that one little square right there in the top right. So what I'm going to do here is just going to grab all of this right there. Control copy. And then we're going to paste that right over here in line with that. And there we have it. The squares are running in. They're going to be rotated around and stacked in a way that I actually don't need them to be stacked. But what I can do here is kind of cut this stuff up. Take care of that real quick. Put a little trash can down here just to get rid of that. And I want to take this line right here, and I'm just going to run it right up and over here onto that line. Which means if I connect to this one, which is already facing the way I want it, right there, then what do I get out on the end? Nope, not the shape I wanted. That is one rotate too many. There we go. Alright, now the only thing is before I run this over here, I need to paint it white. So let me grab another one of those white lines over here, and a paint line, and then we should be good to go. Actually, this time what we're going to do here is actually do something a little bit different. We're going to try to use the quad printer, and we're going to do that at the very end. It'll be interesting to see if that will work as intended. Alright, so I've pretty much just got the shape I need coming out of here. So that's pretty close, except for now we got this one weird thing. We've got this little square down here with all the empties that's supposed to be stacked on top of that. But so far, every time we've put something in here, it's added to that layer if nothing was there. So, how do we deal with that? Well, what I'm going to need is yet another stack line. So, we're going to go ahead and copy this up, and we're just going to put that right here. Matter of fact, you know what? If I could clean this design up just a little bit, here's what I'll do. All right, so here we go. Now I've cleaned up the design a little bit. So we go through all of these cutters, rotators down here, and then we come down to the triple stack line. So the first thing we're going to do here, we stack up our circles just like this. We're going to bring that right back up here and connect it. Now I'm going to add the square just over here into this spot. So that'll come on over here like that, right down. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and line it up so it looks good. There we go. That gives me the shape I want on the way out. So hopefully this works. We bring this back over here like that, just up here like this. And then if I rotate this piece one more time, but the opposite direction, just like that. Now let's see what we get. Ooh, close, but not quite. Okay, so here's my issue. What I don't have is something that I can actually stack onto here. So I've got this shape, which is good, but when you add this bottom left corner to it, it actually just ends up on the exact same level. So what I really need is a way to add another level, cut a bit of it away, and then combine two sides together. That's what's up. All right, so if that sounds complicated, that's because it is. So what do I need to do here? Okay, so here's what I need to do. First and foremost, we got to get rid of this and just deal with this 1/2 at a time. So the first thing I actually need, the right half. So that's going to be this right here. We're going to bring this down just like that and combine those together so that we form half, which is going to be a square and then a circle, but on just the right side. All right, so that's the first shape I need. That one right there. All right, so this is pretty tricky. What we need to do here is now build a new shape. So what I'm going to do over here real quick is I'm going to build the circle, but only the top part of it. So that's going to be the top left and the top right. All I got to do is rotate it the correct way. All right, so that is shape number 2. All right, so for shape number 3, what I'm going to stack on top of this is going to be a square and another square right up there. So that way that ends up smaller, and then I can cut off the right side of this, get rid of it, and be left with a lower top left circle with a small bottom left square, which can then be joined with the first shape that we're making over here. I know, right? Crazy. All right, so there I have my final shape, just like that. So now the trick is to bring these two together. So we're going to need yet another stacking line. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those, paste it right over here like this, and then take the output of this line and run it right back up, just like that. We're going to grab this one as well and run it up as well. So that's going to go right up over here. And I'm going to bridge that all the way over here, just like this, and stack them together like that, and hopefully we'll get the shape I want, which is not what is happening. So I actually need to flip these. Whoops. So that comes out over here. Haha. So then I go in and out, just like that. Rotate it around. And now let's see if I get the right things out. And that's it. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So I can cut this right side off, throw it in the trash can, and keep the left side. Perfect. Which means we need one more line that's going to connect all of these together. And we can also see that this line here is just a little bit off. So that, I can't live with that. We're going to delete that, get rid of it, hit V, bring it back. Make sure that everything is nice and lined up. If there's anything that's important, it's always making sure that all the equipment is nice and lined up. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Oh, you know what I might be able to do on this last line? I wonder if this will work. What if I could do this number and just put that right there and then run that? Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's cool. So this way, I don't have to worry about, you know, messing with the quantities of how fast everything is flowing out. So here's what's going on here. As I'm bringing that shape in that we just saw right down here, I'm cutting it in half every time I'm making it. So right there, right there, right there, all the way down. So what that means is I'm only going to get the one shape out all the way down here at the bottom. So that's going to be the only shape that's available to me. So here, let me put one more right down here, which means I could put a trash can right there, But I could take that, bring it right down here, store it. Oh yeah, I could even do it right there, just like that. Everything lines up. Ha! Look at that. But I wonder if it'll pass through or not. That's a good question. No, you can see all of this is lined up, and we're only processing one of these down here. So everything's bottled up. I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different here. So I've got the right idea. It's just not really coming together perfect just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. Select that, delete it. Now we're just gonna bring this right out here like that. See that? Cool. But if I split this, just coming right out of that machine, then you can see I get one side and the other side right there. I only want the left side. And the top one can just go right to the trash. So I will just bring that one out like that. And then we'll try to tie that in together. So that goes here, this goes there. And then if I put that right there, just like that, the little join line thing, then I can spit that one right into it. Perfect. Ha! How clever is that? Control C, paste it down, paste it down. Oh yeah. Perfect. So then I put that right here, and boom. We've got our shape. Okay, so now all I got to do is combine the shape all the way over here on the left with the shape all the way over here on the right, and I should have this shape figured out after I paint it. So you know what that means. We're going to grab our blueprint. We're going to come right on over here just like this. Boom. Slap it down. Grab the discharge from this machine right there. We're going to route that over here just like that. It shouldn't matter what side this goes in, so I'm actually just going to put this one on the outside, just like that. And then we'll grab this one, run it right over here like so, bring it up, and boom. Come on, give me the shape I want. Yes! And there we have it. Ha! Nailed it. All right, so now all I got to do is paint it. And this is where I'm going to try something a little bit new. I'm going to try to use our quad painter here, which allows us to control what color each of the quadrants are. The one thing I'm not sure of is whether or not it's affected by what layers are available. I'm hoping it's not. Otherwise, well, I might have to sneak in some painter somewhere. But if we take a larger look at the blueprint thus far, you know what? It really isn't that bad. It's just this right here, goes through a bunch of equipment, and then comes out right there. Honestly, not too bad. Now, what I need here is a couple of white paint lines, which I have plenty of. If we go over here to the Make Everything blueprint, come right on over to the right, you can see my ridiculous amount of painting over here, and I've already got a couple of these just ready to go. There's some white. I think white is being used, so let's go ahead and just pipe in a couple of them and get a few more up and running. And this just could not be easier. All I do is bring that out, go right up here like this, and drop it right in there. There's the red. And then we need some blue, so I just look to see where the next clear blue is. And that one is going to be this one. Bring it out just a little bit, and run it right in there. Red and blue right down here will give us purple. So I'm going to grab my purple right over here, and we're going to run it right back down until it goes into that line. And then all I got to do is grab a green line so I can look right down here, find the next clear one, grab some of that green right there, and there we go. So now all of that's combining together, and I have another white line. Perfect. Easy. All I do is combine three colors together and I get white. I suppose I could find a way to actually just pipe all three of these together and just get white out the end. If I was to add a bit like what we just did, actually just put a mixer right here. And then, I don't know. But you know what, I've already got a blueprint that works, so why change it? All right, so after way too much clicking, I now have 4 solid lines of white paint ready to go. So now all I got to do is bring that down here and connect it up with this. So if I do that number right there, I can bring it out. Aha, and there's the shape. So now if we go to the paint line real quick, what I can see here is it's going to be a little bit complicated. But what I want to do here is have the shape go in the top and then the paint come in Or maybe the shape goes in the bottom. Fine, we'll just do that. The shape goes in the bottom. And then the paint flows in, but it only flows in on the corners that I want to be painted. Uh-oh. So I've run into a problem. I can't just paint the 2 corners I want. So I'm going to have to paint this upstream of where I'm at right now. Alrighty. In that case, select a lot of things and hit delete. So the 2 shapes that I want is going to be this one right here. This needs to be painted. Alright, so here's what I do. What I do is I paint the circles going in because all of the squares are actually unpainted. That's a lot easier. Alright, so a 1 to 8 splitter is actually pretty easy. What I do here is I'm just going to bring in a line, and then what I'm going to do is split that line into 4. So just like that. And then what I have to do is take this and run it over here like that and like that, where I can line up a couple more splitters. So now I get 4 out of here from 2, which comes from 1, and then 2 more out just like that, which technically means if I take 1 in, I should get 8 out. Now if I go to my painter here, there's this one shape that I've never used. What you could do is take 2 in, get 2 out with 1 paint. So it's very efficient. The trick is getting the space right. So what I can do here is I can bring a splitter in, and then I can jump it from that to that, and then make another splitter over here, and then jump it once again. So just like this. And then the paint goes in right there. But as you can see, it's a pretty big thing. Alright, so there we go. That is the full width of what I can do right there. So if I kind of rearrange this and try to make it a little bit more compact, what I should be able to do is take this, tuck it in right there, and then use this shape right there just to kind of bring in all of the pieces and stack them together. So then they come out here just like that. So then the paint will flow in just over here like this. And then I'll grab each one of these chunks. So control copy, paste it right there, just like that. And then we'll take this over here like that. Take this one down, just like this, right over here. And then one more, just down there like that. And we can deliver our shapes. Boom, just like so. And these should be painted. Awesome. Look at that go. And just like that, they're all backed up because we have all of these shapes stored up. So that brings up another issue. Unfortunately, I've stored up all of these shapes, so I got to clear them out. So let me just right click on that. We'll empty them out. I'll try to make the system run to completely 0, and then I'll put in the next ones. Which means I can go in here just like this, get rid of all of those, and that one there. Okay, that side's fine. I don't need to worry about that. Oh, yeah, I do. There we go. There goes the last of everything. And it's all been deleted. Beautiful. Let me come up here like this. We'll slap this sucker down. The frame rate's starting to suffer. But now we should have white circles doing their thing. Just like that. And you can see that they're kind of combining up. Hopefully they're passing through all of this. Whoopsie, I hit the wrong button. And what is the shape we're getting out at the end here? Perfect. Yes. Exactly what I wanted to see. Except for there's still a few in here that are painted the wrong color, so we're just going to let this clear for a bit. Alright, so now because our frame rate has been nuked quite enough yet, let's go ahead and just grab all of this. Oh yes, all the way back to this point right here. Control copy. A cool 12,000 blueprint points. For us, that's really nothing. Hey, look at this. We could even zoom out and place it. Oof. There. There we go. Now all I got to do is bring the stuff over and we're good to go. So grab that. Run it over here. Alright, the paint is now here. So we're good. We could just take this, run this one on over here to the squares. And that too is good. And there goes the circles. Boom. We have a second line Now, all I gotta do is pipe this out of here, and I've got 2 complete lines for the next tier 6 upgrade. Nice, that was a hard little puzzle to figure out. But once you figured out that you actually needed to split things and then combine them back together, it wasn't too bad. And I think by painting it upstream, man, did I save a lot of extra paint. Which means we can scale it up. Alright, so let's go ahead and just grab both of these lines. Go all the way down here to the bottom. There you go. Control copy. 25,000. And then we'll paste this guy down right on over here. Feel the burn, computer. Alright, so now I just need to find a couple more spots where I have complete squares and complete circles. And I'm all good to go. So here we got some squares. So there's some squares right there. So many conveyors. You come on over here. And you connect to you. Look at that. Satisfying. All the way down to 13 frames. Oop, wait, we jumped up to 14. You heard me talking about it. Alright, so now let's find some more circles around here. Where are those circles? There it is, right there. Alright, a little bit more clicking and we'll have it. You come on right over here, right over there. And oh yes, feel the burn. This is ridiculous. My poor screen, like, it doesn't know what to show me anymore. And there we have it, 4 complete lines of tier 6 upgrade. Ooh, that's gonna go fast. Although I'm still waiting for this shape to finish. Come on now, I'm only waiting on one. Just you, pick it up. All right, so my next challenge here is to figure out how to go from here into the core, which is this one right there. But you know what, since all of this is running through balancers and whatnot, I should be able to just pipe it in right here. And so long as I'm not completely saturating the belt, things should run and continue to function. However, if this does get a little bit too saturated, then I might have to go and split it off and, I don't know, mix it into some of these other lines as well. There's a way. There's always a way. So I think the path I want to follow is these 2 lines right there. They go up, and if I keep going up, I end up here, eventually. There we go. Grab another one. All right, here we go. Just keep trying to route these conveyors wherever they need to go. I have to keep kind of snaking them around like this. Finally made it. So now I can take this and I can finally start to plug these in. Boom. Just like that. Entirely saturated. Just out of curiosity, how fast are we going right now? Produced, a lot of things. Delivered, what do we got going on here? My guess is this is going to be my fastest delivered thing. There it is. 2.2 thousand per minute. Huge. But let's go ahead and just kind of cut this one off just for a moment here, just to see what we can actually get up to. There it is. Nothing but 4 solid lines running right into the core. Well, that's going to make short work of these upgrades. Alright, so I'm up to 3.6 thousand per minute, but you know what? I think I can go a little bit faster. Let's see if we can melt this computer. Alright, so I've built up 4 lines, but you know what? We could do a little bit better, can't we? Let me just go ahead and click right down here. We're gonna go all the way up. And we're going to select all of this. Because if 4 lines are good, 8 lines will be even better. Come on, computer, you can do it just a little bit more. And Control C. Boo! 60,000! Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm gonna have to zoom on out just to even place this thing. Holy cow! And you know what? I think that's it right there. Boom! And hopefully, if I've piped everything that I need over here, I should have what I should have what I need, because that's how that works. So we're going to take this. Yes, squares go over here, circles go over there, white paint goes in right here, which I should have some white paint, right? Oh no, they're all being used. Quick, I need to think. Go to the blueprints, find something. My 4-to-4 balancer is what I should use. Yes. Okay, now what is my plan with this? To balance. That's my plan. So this will balance the lines coming out, which means I should be able to siphon off more lines going in. That's what I'm thinking. Place that down. So I'm really just drawing off of one line constantly, but the idea is that it kind of constantly is replenished by the balancer. That is the hope. And then I could jump over here like that. Oh, it's starting to get laggy. Come on now. Keep with it, game. Okay, so there's a white line, and that one is going to go right down here. All right, just adding a bit more here, hooking up the second line. There we go, there's the whites. Now I'm just gonna do this one more time. Oh no, I messed it up. All right, so there we go. All four of these should be up and running. And judging by the white colors here, that seems to be doing just fine. Are we keeping up here? Yes, we are. What about here? That's still good too. Last line, way down at the end. Oh yeah, no problem. So it seems as if the balancer line actually worked out really good here. How about that? You can see how this one's kind of splitting out, and then the one beside it is doing it a little bit faster, I guess, and faster all the way down. That just goes to show how efficient this little painter unit is. Being able to paint 2 objects for the price of 1 makes a big difference. But now I've got another task. How do I get all of these lines up to the core? Because if we zoom on out, wow, this is maximum zoom. It doesn't even, not everything even fits. We're gonna take this, and I gotta find a way to get it up to the hub here. I think if I go around the machine here and then go up right there, I'll be okay. Oh, what just happened? Oh, we've got enough to unlock this. Is it going to consume them or not? Oh, it is. Look at that, maximum belts, distributors, and tunnels. But now I still need more to unlock these down here. And we're still waiting for this one to finish. Good. All right, so just gotta do a little bit of cleanup work right around here. That way I can actually feed all of this stuff to the core. So now I've got stuff coming over here, jumping over to the right, jumping over, and then all the way over here just to fill in this line. Because this one's almost maxed, and that one's pretty close. Ooh, I'm probably gonna have to do something with these lines here. Oh. But here's my 4 big lines that are gonna be flowing in. And look at this, we've just unlocked Tier 5, mixing and painting. Boom. And there we have it. That's 4 lines. Make it 6, 7, 8. I noticed that these here are causing an issue, so I'm going to get rid of those. Means we can go even faster. Wow, look at all of that. Wow, look at all of this equipment. Are you kidding me? This is immense. Look at all that stuff just flying through. All right, so that is zoomed out as far as I can go. It still doesn't even fit on the screen. Wow. If anything's gonna unlock my equipment, that ought to do it. All right, so if we take a look at my stats here, it maxed out at 7.2 thousand per minute there. So I think my best upgrade here is going to be upgrading the cutting, rotating, and stacking, because I believe that is the slowest thing that I have. So let me go ahead and click that. And I've already kind of done a lot of rerouting right here, so hopefully we're going to see that number increase. What I'm looking to see here is if this density is going to, well, look more dense. We can definitely see here that the shapes that I'm making here, that is definitely increased. We went from whatever we were before up to this. So I know I'm making more pieces. Am I delivering more? Uh-oh. Why did they all stop? Something happened. Oh no. What's going on? Uh-oh. What has happened? Okay. Yeah. So I think I just broke the game. Let me go ahead and try this again, and we'll see if this stuff starts working. Hey, there we go. Now it's coming back to life. I just somehow broke the game. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, here's the 7th line starting to come to life. There's the 8th. Okay, good deal. Oh no, but now it's stopped again. Hold up. All right, I got my simulation target set to 60 hertz. I'm going to take it up to 100, or it's probably going to nuke our frames a little bit here, but maybe that'll work. Okay, now we can see the lines. 1, 2, 3. I'm down to like 7 frames. Oh no. 5, 6. Okay, good. Good. 7. Are we gonna pull out 8? Yes. Hey, that looks a whole lot better now. Good deal. Except for the frame rate. I think I saw 5 frames per second. So now, let's just move on back over here to the core. Let's move back here to the hub real quick. Zoom on out and see what see what all is being delivered here. Ooh, yeah, there we go. 10.9 thousand. Ooh, it keeps going up. 11.6. Okay, so it looks like it topped out at 11.8 thousand per minute. And would you look at that? Well, if you can get some frames. There we go. Now look at it. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to up that one more time. I mean, at this point, we don't have to look at anything. We just need numbers. What are you thinking? 144 hertz? 500 hertz? You know what? Let's go for broke. 500 hertz. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is nice. We're getting about 2 frames per second. I'm sure that's good. Okay, so the increased rate did not equal more items being delivered, so I know that I have to have at least 100 hertz. All right, so I think this is a good sign. If you look right here, you can see that the number is actually not going up or down. It's just hovering at the exact same number. And matter of fact, all of these lines are doing the exact same thing. So if I can, if I can get the camera to move, the one over here, yep, it's doing the exact same thing, 286 constantly. And you can see that the in feed is the same as the out feed, so, you know, with that belt being all the way maxed out at 15x, it makes me think I'm feeding this as fast as I possibly can. All right, time for the next upgrade, mixing and painting. Only one left. All right, the last upgrade is available. Here we go. Boom. All of these have been upgraded. How about that? Now all I need is 250,000 more. Alright, so here we are at the very end. I have delivered 12,000 of these pieces per minute, along with all of these other items. Even though I don't even need them, I figured it was kind of cool to keep them around. But in just a few seconds here, I'll have completed level 18. Unlocking free play. Oh, here we go. Less than 1,000 left. Come on now. 2, 1... Yeah! Level 18, you did it. You unlocked the free play mode. This means that shapes are now randomly generated. No worries, more content is planned for the standalone. Awesome. All right, next level. Holy moly, what in the world is that shape? Holy cow, look at this thing. Well, that's a shape for another time. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Shapes.io. If this looks like the channel for you, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar out.